The other day I managed to stumble across some article about books that have been misinterpreted by teachers and just throughout the ages in general. I don't really remember how I found this anymore. I think I was looking up The Social Network. One of the books that this article mentioned was Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Now, I think everyone pretty much interprets Alice as, you know, crazy acid trip for good reason, but this article basically went on to tell me about how the book is actually about math. And being the math nerd that I am, even though I feel like after this morning that might be disputable, I have decided this is the best thing I've ever heard. But anyway, first of all, some background information. Lewis Carroll is actually a pen name for Charles, hang on, I don't want to get this wrong, it's like Dodgson. But I'm assuming it's probably like Dodgson. Dodgson here was a reverend and a math professor, which is the important part. Good old Lewis Carroll was teaching out of like a 2,000-year-old math book. You know, we're talking very concrete stuff here, old school math. Mid-19th century, some new people came into the math field and started introducing crazy new concepts like imaginary numbers. And Dodgson, that's right? It was so insane that he needed to vent about it. So, what do people do? They write books. Of course. So he wrote Alice, which is basically this world where math suddenly has no grounding and where everything's crazy because you're taking -1 square roots and nothing makes sense anymore. Because surely this new math was something that you could only dream up whenever you were on drugs. So basically this world that he came up with, Wonderland, was meant to follow these new rules of the abstract math that was coming into the field at the time. And Alice was meant to be this frustrated mathematician who was used to things that were concrete versus, you know, imaginary -1 square root apples. And all of Wonderland's inhabitants were all of these new mathematicians, these younger dudes that thought they could just come in and change everything that poor old Charles here had ever known. And they were all mad there. I thought that was kind of interesting. I don't think it's that uncommon of an interpretation because it's on its Wikipedia page too, apparently, if you want to go look it up, because I know I did. But I just thought it was interesting, and I've never heard about it, which was kind of the strange part considering I love math, and Alice has a blatant Disney tie-in, so I mean, how do I not know this? Hope you guys find that interesting, because I mean, I feel like everyone basically just interprets it as, okay, someone was on drugs, but I mean, I kind of like thinking that maybe there's something deeper. Oh, if you guys really want a good analysis, though, of the Disney film, Alice in Wonderland, you should definitely go to the Disney Film Project Podcast, so many P's in this, Disney Film Project Podcast, that's it, and download their Alice in Wonderland episode because JL Knopp of Inner Mouse Disney Driven Life is on it, and she does a really good analysis, I think. She talks a lot about society and conforming. If I weren't done with classes in 2 days, I would probably try to write a sociology paper just about Alice in Wonderland now. But I didn't think about this until I made this video, so there went that. It's been a long time since I made a video on this channel. Basically, whenever I was on the Peanuts Gallery, which I think is dead now, to be honest. It takes a lot out of you to make a video every week. You wouldn't think that. I was kind of burned out, and I kind of wanted to make videos over here again, but then at the same time I really just needed a break. And it's kind of ironic because now it's a Wednesday and I'm making this video, so yeah, maybe I miss it deep down, subconsciously. I miss talking to everyone, you know. I feel like we don't talk on a regular basis now. If you took the AP Calc exam this morning, I just wanted to say that I love you and that I hope that it went well for you, and if not, you know, curves might happen. You don't know. I know I felt like I was on top of the freaking world during the multiple choice. Like, I was like, oh, I'm so getting a 5, this is so easy, bubbling in all my answers. Then I got to free response and it kind of like tanked, but you know, there's hope. There's always hope. A lot of people just go in there and draw pictures of Harry Potter in the blanks, so, yeah, you know, if you even tried, then you're already way better off than most of the population.